You feel so overwhelmed by the amount of information you need to study. With exam coming, studying feels so slow and exhausting. Due to this, cramming, highlighting, and rereading seem to be the best option for you. After staying up for hours and studying, you could not keep up, and because of this, you could not remember what you studied in your exam. I've been in your situation when I was in university, when I had lots of materials to study and I could not keep up with the amount of information I need to put into my brain. I could not study as fast as I could. And because of this, it's really affected my grade, because by the time I get to the exam hall, I find it very difficult to remember because I applied inefficient study techniques. But then I found techniques that actually helped me to study very fast, and in fact when I use these techniques, it completely changed everything, because I was able to study as fast as I could. Because of this, it's completely changed my grades drastically. Before sharing with you the techniques that actually helped me, there's something I want you to understand. Studying is not supposed to be hard, but most people study the hard way. They prefer cramming and hope it will stick. When your brain tries to juggle a lot of information at once, instead of learning, your brain seems to shut down. What is responsible for this is cognitive overload. Now, what is cognitive overload? Cognitive overload is a concept in cognitive science. As a result of loads of information going into your brain seems to shut down. And at that point, there is nothing you can put into your brain anymore. The reason for this is because there are certain amounts of item your brain can get in at a time, and your brain can only get in only 4 to 7 items at a time. So at the point where you tend to overload your working memory due to the overwhelming material you have, your brain will shut down. And because of this, you tend to forget what you've learned, and in fact, it will be very difficult for you to remember in your exam. Now, the key now is for you to streamline what you need to study in a short way in order for your brain to be able to assimilate it fast and be able to remember quickly. And if you can do this, it will help you study really fast. In order to prevent cognitive overload as well as study fast, there are combinations of techniques that you need to apply. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the techniques that I use that transform the way I study so fast. And the techniques are spaced chunking and active recall. When combined, they create a powerful study strategy for you that can help you study so fast to the extent that it almost feels like cheating. When explaining these techniques, I'll be using topics in economics. You might not be studying economics at this point, but the way I will explain it, you'll be able to apply it to any subject you are studying at any point in time. Before all that, we need to understand what spaced chunking really is. It is a compound word that combines two study strategies, which are chunking and spaced repetition. Chunking has to do with breaking down large number of information into smaller, meaningful sections. When you use chunking to break down this information into smaller, meaningful sections, it will help you prevent the cognitive overload. And in fact, when you apply it, it will help you study effectively to the extent that it will help you study effectively and faster to the extent that it feels like cheating. Now, take for example, I'll be using a topic in economics, so you can use it for any topic at all whenever you are studying. And after teaching you how you can segment a content into smaller chunks in order for you to be able to study faster, I will also be teaching you how you can apply chunking in different situations in other subjects for a specific topic, so that you'll be able to understand what I am explaining in this video. So now, if for example, you are learning a market structure, a topic in market structure. Now, this is a topic. This topic is voluminous. You want to study it fast. There are subtopics that are embedded in it. But what do you need to do to study it fast? You need to chunk. And you need to chunk them in such a way that you'll be studying them bit by bit, break it down into digestible form in order for you to be able to learn it faster. So the first thing you need to do is to chunk it. In this market structure, there are different segments, there are different subtopics. We have perfect markets. So this is chunk 1. You can tell yourself you'll be studying perfect markets on a particular day, and You can even streamline it and feel and say that you want to be focusing on the meaning alone and types of perfect markets. So you've chunked that. Now you'll be studying bit by bit. So by the next time, you can chunk it also into another chunk. You can say you want to be studying monopoly. And the essence of this is to break it down in order to prevent you studying the whole thing at a time, and at that point it becomes so overwhelming. You break it down into digestible form. And at least I've broken this one down into digestible form. This one, you can say you want to be focusing on the features on a particular day, and also you want to be focusing on the characteristics at a particular day. This is chunk 2 under market structure. You can go further and chunk it into another chunk. You want to be studying oligopoly. You want to be studying oligopoly. This is how I do most of the time. And this, you can chunk it into another thing. And that is the way you can actually break down content into digestible form in order for you to be able to learn it faster. Now, after explaining how you can apply chunking to a whole concept, now let's go to the specifics. Take, for example, you have a number that you want to learn, a particular set of numbers that you want to learn. For example, you might want to learn a particular whole number, and there is a way you can, or is a particular set of figures that you want to learn, and there's a way you can chunk it in a way that it makes you study it helps you study faster, and it helps you remember. Now, take for example this particular number. Now, this is a particular chunk. This is a particular chunk. This is a particular chunk, and this is a particular chunk. Reading this whole number can be overwhelming, but if you chunk it into 4 items, like I've explained the other time, the maximum amount of information you can get into your brain, 4 to 7 items. Anything that exceeds that, it will be overwhelming for you to study. And the only thing for you to streamline is when you streamline, it makes it easy and it makes it faster instead of going through the whole thing at a time. The only thing you need to know here is that you only be focusing on 4 things instead of how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You only be focusing on 4 things. You know this is the code number. You know this is another chunk. This is another chunk. This is another chunk. Take for example, you have this formula to learn. You need to learn this particular formula. This particular formula can be overwhelming for you to learn. Now, how can you actually learn this particular formula in a way that, how can you break it down? This is a large information. It's overwhelming. Then how can you break it down in order for you to learn faster and be able to remember? Now, there are ways you can do this. You can break it down into chunks. So we can say this is a particular chunk. This is a particular chunk. This another chunk. This is another chunk. This is another chunk. And so everything here is in the numerator. And on the numerator, we have how many items? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 items in the numerator. And the denominator, we have just 1 item. So in this case, you just need to know 2 things. The numerator, these are the items in the numerator, and these are the items in the denominator. You've successfully broken it down into smaller chunks. So all you need to know is these items in the numerator. Then you know that in the numerator we have 4 items. We know that in the denominator we just have 1. So it makes it easy for you to study instead of just trying to cram the whole thing at a time. So this is 1 chunk. This is another chunk. Under this, we have this, and under this, we have this. As simple as that. I'll be going for that using a concept in economics also. Now, we have list of factors of production in economics, and we have land, we have labor, we have capital, and we have entrepreneur. Now you have, take for example, you have list of concepts that you need to learn. Now it can be very overwhelming for you to learn this list of concepts. What do you need to do? You need to break it down into abbreviations. So we know we have, you take the first letter of each word, we have L, L, C, E. So you can break it down into something familiar in order for you to be able to remember. And also, when you remember the word, you remember the list, and it makes it faster for you. So we have CLL, and CLL is cell. So you know C is for capital, E is for entrepreneur, L is for labor, and L is for capital. Very simple. That is how you can apply chunking, and it makes it easy for you to learn and remember anything you want to learn at any point in time. If you are getting value so far, please click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Now, while I was explaining how to apply chunking in economics, and I specifically used the example of market structure. Now, you've chunked the topics in market structure into several chunks of subsections. And while you chunk this, before you can apply the spaced repetition in this case, there is something you need to do. Without doing this thing, it will completely destroy the whole process, and you will not be able to apply the spaced repetition in order for you to study fast as you can. Now, the thing that you need to apply is active recall. And active recall, you can apply it in several ways. When you've actually chunked this information and make it digestible for you, there are things that you need to do in order for you to go further, and it is self-questioning. When you've chunked the information, ask yourself questions from what you've chunked and recall it forcefully without opening your book. It will actually help you to sustain the information and for you to get ready for the next step that I'll be explaining. And after using self-questioning, also try to teach it to someone. When you teach it to someone, another way you can apply this active recall after you might have chunked is to set questions from the chunks that you have stated and ask yourself those questions. After you self-question, you can get past questions that can help you, that can guide you through this process. It will help you a lot. After you might have applied chunking, and also you must have understood the concept of active recall. Now, what I'll be explaining now is spaced repetition. You've chunked the information into segments that you'll be studying and that chunk, you can actually transfer them into days. In market structure, we have subtopics, and I chunk them into 3 chunks. That is, the first chunk is perfect market, the second chunk is oligopoly, the third chunk is monopoly. Now, those chunks, you can actually segment them into days in order for you to be able to apply spaced repetition. Now, what is the importance of spaced repetition? Spaced repetition helps you to review at spaced interval, and in order for you not to be overwhelmed with the information that you are studying, because most students tend to study what they need to study at once for a whole day, and because of this they get overwhelmed. Now, due to what we've learned in chunking, that you can break them down. Once you break them down, you can spread it over a period in which it will be very easy for you to learn and be able to learn faster. And that is the essence of spaced repetition. So these charts here can help you to apply spaced repetition very, very effectively. And we have days and we have what to study. So in day 1, of course, the first chunk, you studied perfect competitive markets in day 1. And you test yourself by recall, by applying the active recall. That is forcefully recalling the information from your brain without having access to it. That is day 1. In day 2, you study the next chunk, which is monopoly that we've studied. We study the next chunk, which is monopoly. And in this day 2, you must recall perfect competition very, very well in day 2. The reason is in order to interrupt the forgetting process. and like I've explained I've touched it before in one of my videos. You can check it after this video, where I touched into the forgetting curve. I explained why it is necessary to interrupt the forgetting process. So now, since you've actually studied perfect markets, for example, for instance, any topic and you've chunked them, you test yourself with recall. Then on day 2, you study the next chunk, which is monopoly. You must test yourself on perfect markets to interrupt the forgetting process in day 2. So on day 3, you take another chunk again, you study oligopoly. Then you must recall the first 2 topics, that is the perfect market and the monopoly, in order to interrupt the forgetting process. At that point, you can see that you are not overwhelming yourself. You are going step by step and you are recalling the previous one instead of studying everything the whole day. On day 3, on day 4, you can decide to study monopolistic competition and recall everything so far. You recall everything from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. You recall everything so far. So you can do that after you must have chunked. Then on day 7, if you've chunked other things on for day 5, day 6, then on day 7, you can do a mixed quiz. That is, you test yourself on everything that you've studied. You can use, like I've explained in the active recall, you can apply practice question. You can test yourself. You can also teach someone. So when you've done that, to reinforce everything. So when you do this over time, it reinforces everything. And in fact, the information will not be too bulky for you to study. The essence is for you to study less, in order for you to study very fast in less time, in order for you not to overwhelm yourself. And if you apply this, you apply the chunking that I've explained earlier, and you also go further in applying this spaced repetition, it really help you a lot. So I hope you've gotten so much value from this video. If you did, please like the video and also subscribe to the channel. You can also check out this other video on other informations you need to know about spaced repetition. So thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.